Decided today is the day it's getting painted. So come along for the ride as we paint that monstrosity. So this is what she looks like, all cleaned off. I'm gonna sand it here in a second. I'm gonna sand it a little bit. Debating on popping off that back panel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop off that back panel.
What you doing?
I'm roughing up the paint a little bit so that when I paint it again, ooh, I'm stronger than I thought. The new paint will stick and hopefully not do this. This is because people didn't sand it first. And it doesn't take much. The big thing you need to remember when you're doing this is always go with the grain. Don't go in circles and don't go across the grain. Go with the grain when you're doing it. Oh, hi. Just working. Do you guys get in a zone when you paint? Like, I totally lose the world around me when I paint. However, I didn't lose the sound of my tornado warning alarm on my phone going off. Welcome to Indiana.
Yeah. Somebody, actually, one of my subscribers was just asking me about a guy from the UK.
Yeah.
Actually, he goes, "Aren't you guys like in a tornado area,
Yeah.
or am I wrong?" And I'm like, "Nope, you're right."
And actually, if you're watching this, last Tuesday, we had tornado clouds that literally went right over us and touched down about 2 miles away to our east.
Yeah.
We are in the local tornado alley. We've been blessed so far, so I'm not going to try not to jinx this. I'm not stating years or length of time, but we do live in the local tornado alley. They're prone to this area for some reason.
Just a nice neighborhood.
Yeah. And we also had an earthquake several years ago that went through our area.
Oh, that was crazy. That
it was kind of cool.
That was a wave, yeah.
Only because it was really low magnitude and there was no damage or hurt to anybody. Nobody was hurt and there was no property damage. We were actually laying in bed over at our old trailer right on the back row back there. And you could literally feel it go diagonally from one corner of our trailer to the other and just ripple through the trailer.
Yeah, it was crazy. And
I woke up because we were asleep, and I kind of woke up because I heard the rumble, and it sounded like just like a rumble. Like, I don't know how to do it. It sounded like you were sitting right beside a freight train, only without the loud horns and the engine sound, but that rumble, that constant rumble. It's exactly what it sounded like. It was really.
It was like sitting on a wave of water. When it
with
hit
the
us,
rumble.
yeah, well, with the rumble, but yeah, it waved just kind of like if you're sitting on a little, like if you were sitting on a little raft in the water, and how it ripples.
As a matter
like
of fact, there was still a little bit of snow on the ground, and you could see cracks in the snow where certain parts of the earth moved more than the rest. I don't know. I mean, it was an interesting experience, but not something I would ever want to experience on a much larger scale. And it certainly made me appreciate even more. I am a very nature respectful person in the fact that I know Mother Nature can kick our butts anytime she pleases. So I don't mock her, I don't make fun of her, I don't taunt her because she's a spiteful woman when she wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I do find a lot of things about Mother Nature very cool.
Even though you don't like bugs and dirt.
I like them when they're outside my windows. I just don't like to be interacting with them. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Totally. I mean, we go off on crazy topics.
When I lived in Florida, I was in the middle of a water spout.
Oh, yeah. That was before me. I dropped some paint. I heard it go splat.
No, I think that was a piece of... oh, no, it was a hairpin.
Ah! paint the back, but I don't think I'm going to have to do 2 coats on the back because I just need it to not be black for when I put the decorated stuff on it. This is going to take at least 2 coats.
Well, it must be cold winter out there if it's going to take 2 coats.
I know, right?
And it's not even wintertime. It's summertime out here.
It's summer.
And you're still going to have 2 coats.
Have fun in the summertime. Sorry. Every now and then you just got to break into song.
So we have a rainstorm now.
So we have a rainstorm.
No electricity. Tornadoes probably passed. Maybe.
China's attacking our power grid.
Can you hear the nukes?
Wouldn't bother me a bit. I'm still alive, so. But anyway, we get to have a little bit of fun without electricity for a while. Which is boring, but I could get used to it.
What do you think, Violet? What do you think, girl?
As long as I have my wonderful guy, I'm okay.
Violet, you got a very creepy voice, just saying. Oh, big yawns. Big yawns. Just hanging out on the deck. Thank God we have a covered, see the roof? Deck.
Well, if not, I've still got my shelter out back.
I'm gonna go see how that's holding up. I'm gonna go back there.
Okay.
Have fun. I can't vlog him. He's a sourpuss. He doesn't like to be on camera. Look, it's Walter from Jeff Dunham. Before he was old, he was young and what's the word? Grumpy.
So we've made plans to get some of my gear out, and we're gonna cook using a small alcohol stove.
So we have a way to cook supper.
No, absolutely. We're ready for this.
You know, this is the advantages of being prepper. We have water, we have food, we have a way to cook it, and we try to turn this kind of stuff into an adventure.
Absolutely.
Here, hold this for me for a minute. I'm really sure that I look really, really bad, and I'm really, really sorry. But I was painting, guys. I was working, trying to get something done for once. And I don't remember. I think it was like 3 years ago. We had a tornado hit in November. Thankfully, the weather wasn't cold. And, well, not super cold. We had a shed. Well, hubby had a shed at the time that he called it his dojo, but it had a wood burning stove in it for heat. That he built from a water heater. And, you know, we had a way to rest. Not so close. We had a way, you know, a space to lay down in and rest. We had a way to cook food and be warm. And we were without power for about 3 days. I think we stayed in the shed for a day and a half. And then we ended up at a family member's house because they had power. But we were fine, other than the sleeping wasn't the most comfortable. That would have had to have been changed if it was a long-term situation.
I ended up putting hammocks out there, by the way.
You did.
Yes.
You did.
Those were nice.
So, anyway, I'll vlog how we do the rest of the night, guys. Stay tuned. Okay, so the rain has finally died down, and we went through a gusher there for a while. If you look out onto the street, that is a street. Believe it or not a river, that is a street. And hubby and I, here, hold this please. Hubby and I were out on the porch just because we were monitoring the skies. And my shirt's supposed to be light gray. I don't know if you can see the two-tone. I'm a little drippy wet. But I had to make sure that my kids were safe, and that meant monitoring the situation, so sometimes you just go into mommy mode and do what you gotta do.
I guess we could have told them to run.
Go that way.
I'll reiterate again, I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, we all are until we hit that field, and then...
No, I'm pretty fast.
So, anyway, now we're just kind of hanging out again. Still no power. And I really have a feeling that's not going to be back anytime soon. I'm thinking probably, maybe, hopefully late tomorrow. So, we shall see what the next 24 to 48 hours brings, guys. I hate rainwater. You always feel like gross afterwards. Alright, guys, thanks. Okay, guys, here's the scoop. The way I plan on editing this video, you should already have seen the footage of me painting. And then as we were painting, storms were moving in. And we were telling you about some of the history of storms around here. Well, Kokomo, where we live, got hit with 3 confirmed tornadoes. 1 more unconfirmed tornado. One of them that hit was an EF3. The neighborhood that it hit was hit 3 years ago. The place that I work has been without power until early this morning. I'm actually getting ready to head up there now to reset the door program. So because we have a door program, we have to use a card key to activate it to get in. And so if somebody left, they'd have to have somebody either be standing there to get back in, or just not coming back in. So anyway, I'm headed up there to get that fixed for them. And then hopefully, I haven't been able to check online to see if my paycheck was in the bank account. I don't know if my bank got hit. So that's going to be interesting. Got to figure that out. And then we'll just, I think we might vlog as we go. I'm not going to go into these neighborhoods that are hit. They do not need gawkers. There's no reason for me to be there. It serves no purpose for us to go in there. So I'm not doing that to them. I think it's rude when people do that. So anyway, heading up there now. Well, not now. I got to finish getting ready. I don't even have all my makeup on. But I wanted to touch base with you guys to let you know, our story right now, I guess. So I will talk more as we are in the van on the way. Okay, so makeup is done. I'm getting ready to head out the door. Our town, I tell you what, we rally together like nobody's business, but I hate that we have to do it so often. So, heading out, and I will keep you guys posted on what we see.